Namaste, namaskaram. Welcome to episode 3 of We Are Not of This World. And this is my direction, endeavor to bring some stability, some equanimity to the world of a polarized drama that we are experiencing, and only going to experience in a much more dramatic and intense way as we near November 5th, and then what transpires after November 5th. You have to realize, dear viewer, that we live in an occult world, that there are forces that manipulate, and they essentially take well-meaning people who are ignorant, which are by and large are most people, which probably are at least 50% of people who are controlled by demonic forces through their ignorance. Here at the Om Banda New Earth Ashram for Compassion and Strength, we equate knowledge with the light, and we equate darkness with ignorance. Most people have no clue as to the forces which manipulate them. And the forces of this world that are in politics and governments, they manipulate the masses through occult means, through magic rituals, yes. So when you're looking at this situation with one side of the equation of devout Christians, this is a satanic energy. When you have devout Christians who are promoting and behind and supporting a self-admitted sexual predator, a person who is an exploiter, a manipulator, and they are equating their spirituality with this person, this person is the triumphant return of Christ, even of Christian values, a champion of Christian values. This is an occult sleight of hand, an energy that has taken people and their spiritual path and put it into this world. And we are not of this world. That is the whole point behind this monumental series, We Are Not of This World, and you're witnessing episode 3. But when you understand that this world is beholden to occult forces, and that the art of changing consciousness at will is a definition of magic, you see these rabid people on the left and the right, these polarized forces that have amped up people's energies to the point where their consciousness has been dominated and manipulated into extremes. And so when you understand that magic is the art of changing consciousness at will, and that masses of people have had their consciousness diverted, the energies of their consciousness diverted and changed into this rabid polarization, you understand the magical understanding of the world, the occult understanding of the world as energies, as manipulating energies, which emotions are the 3D manifestation of energies. Your emotions, anytime that you are whipped up into an emotional type furor or frenzy, well, your energies have been impacted through occult means. When you see these people, creatures, these demonic creatures on both sides, just ready to tear at each other's throats, this self-righteous outrage and vitriol that coming from both the right and the left, all amplified by social media, you understand that we are in a occult carnival, so to speak. Now, to kind of elevate from that, this is through ignorance. This has been achieved through ignorance. When you have self-professed Christians condemning another soul, another immortal soul, another source, a spark of source, telling them that they're going to go to hell and such, well, you're a demon. You are operating through the voice of Satan, the adversarial energies. So light is knowledge. Knowledge is light. And people just have in general, a kindergarten, grade school understanding of the scriptures. Okay? And within the scriptures, not to malign the scriptures in any way, because they are just simply misunderstood. Okay? The Bible is the secret scriptures of the ancient masters and is a sealed book. It is sealed, occulted. Its esoteric meaning is unknown today except to students of occultism. Most people have been gaslighted to seek the true meaning of the scriptures and the astrotheological impact of the scriptures. So they understand things at a very grade school level and thus are manipulated through darkness, through their ignorance. But 1,600 years of theological study has served only to conceal more securely the secrets of its fables, parables, and allegories. This failure results from the refusal of the church authorities to reject the Bible as history and accept it for what it really is. The Bible is not a book in a singular understanding, but a library of books, 39 of them in the Old Testament and 26 in the New. It is not the work of one man nor a group of men, but the accumulated wisdom of a veritable tide of spiritual interest and research in which work millions of men have been involved. Now, parts of the Bible, such parts as the Bible as deal with man, life, and spirituality, are the literary extensions and amplifications of the symbology of the zodiac. In the starry skies, the ancient masters discovered the story of creation. They knew that creative history had been enacted on a cosmic scale in the heavens before it was repeated and copied in the human drama on the earth. The heavenly man, in whose image the earthly man is made, and whose body the suns and planets are but cells and organs, is the prototype of man himself. Knowing this, the masters taught their disciples to build life after the pattern of things in heaven. And the things in heaven are speaking in prophecy. The miracle of prophecy is on full display. And if you've stayed with this video to this point, I want you to be aware of the timeline that we are on. In the first episode of this series, I talked about Memorial Day 2025. Now, this is coming from the prophecies of Archangel Michael, as revealed by his prophet David Wilcock, who is the reincarnation of Edward Casey. My intuitions in my studies, I'm right there with David Wilcock. I believe that the messages he has received from Archangel Michael are indeed the truth. And these words that the prophet David Wilcock, who is the reincarnation of Edward Casey, who was a great Christian prophet, these words were originally published on David's website in 1999 and through 2000, thus providing a forensic record, one of many, showing they were never tampered with. In September of 2021, David remembered that his readings from the 1990s had mentioned that we would see a coup over the military-industrial complex. As David went back to his Michael readings and reviewed their contents, they were consistently prophetic of the events in our present. And Michael's ultimate reveal, Saint Archangel Michael, who is like God, is that we as a planet have sufficiently learned the lessons Jesus and other great teachers wanted us to learn, namely to love each other. That does not involve coming along and telling another person they're going to hell, because organized Christianity, fundamentalist Christianities, are indeed the voice of Satan. Within the Christian church, you are in darkness and you're being led to World War III by your supposed sexual predator president, or soon-to-be president. But we will see a global miracle, and incidentally, David Wilcock supports Trump, but that's his business. I am not of this world. Yesterday I saw lines of people outside of a church doing early voting. Their energies are being directed into a satanic carnival. All right? Now, we will see a global miracle take place, but it will be no later than Memorial Day of 2025, which also happens to be America's 250th anniversary year. And however, this miracle that is to take place, that has been put forth and everything stipulated by the prophet David Wilcock. Okay, we'll settle down. We just had a little bit of a barge in there, but this is how Christians change the world. We speak out with the prophet's voice against injustice. We teach with the priest's voice of kindness and persuasion, not condemning other people to hell and whatnot, which is satanic. However, this miracle that's going to take place is essentially will take place 2025, and it is going to take place in stages. The first stage is exposure, where we see the bad guys, the dark cabal, openly exposed in public hearings. We're already seeing that take place now with the entertainment industry and all the politicians and public figures that are involved in that. This is already well underway. You're seeing the occult nature of this world. The second stage is disclosure. We learn that UFOs are real. Some of us have already known that. I've had many of my own contact experiences, but many more are now having their contact experiences and learning of the Christed ETs that are part of our universe. That God is real, God's Son is real, Yeshua, not Jesus, son of Zeus, which is a demon concocted by a pagan Roman emperor. But we learn, the masses learn that UFOs are real. They've crashed here, they've built ancient stone monuments, and both angels and demons have never left. They're among us. The negative ETs, which are equated with the demonic forces, and the angelic ETs, which are the Christed ETs. We will learn about ancient cities, undersea, underground, and off-planet, and the good versus evil battle in the heavens. We may see modern uncloaked human UFOs as well. The third stage appears to be an open reunion with time-traveling human ETs, known by many names throughout ages, and the second stage makes this possible. But anyway, my phone's ringing, and I've got to go. It's being persistent. But this event would have happened in 2012. The Elohim have been able to forestall it until 2025 in order that everyone as a planet could go through this. I'm fortunate that I was able to go through the changes that I went through back in 2021 to be ready for this change in 2025, this mass miracle of the revealing of the truth of your soul and the truth of the heavenly forces of the cosmic throne of God. So if you made it this far to this through this chaotic episode, namaste, namaskaram, stay tuned for episode 4, which I will have less distractions, hopefully, if God willing.